I'm Alvin Toppy Topham. I'm a Nantucket native and I'm a member of the Planning Commission as well as being a member of the Committee for the Comprehensive Master Plan. Our family came to Nantucket probably 125 or more years ago. My father was born in 1885 and lived on Nantucket all his life. And my brother Jack and I were both born on Nantucket and have lived here essentially ever since. One of the joys of being involved with Nantucket is the continuity of the community that I can sort of framework with throughout my life, that the cobblestones on Main Street have always been here, the churches have always been here, the post office has always been where it is, etc., etc. There's a certain standard of continuity that sometimes you miss in other communities in the world.
Right, it makes you feel good.
Another reason to come home.
Well, I'm a Nantucket native.
And your last name?
My name is Eileen McGrath, and I live on Hummock Pond Road. And
have you lived here for forever and a day?
All my life, excepting I taught school on the mainland for 40 years. But I've been home since 1985.
Home is a good place.
Home is the good place. I've seen a lot of change. When I was a child, my house was the only one on the right side of the road, all the way out Hummock Pond Road. Period. Out to the shore.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
So you've been involved in the planning process that's been going on recently?
No, I haven't. I just go to the charrettes.
You do? Why do you go to the charrettes?
Well, because they're so vitally important for us. In other words, we've got a window of opportunity, which is a narrow one, I feel. And if we don't make it this time, we're in real deep trouble.
Well, Nantucket has changed a lot since I was a kid here. Life was rather simple. We lived in an agrarian economy. We had a poor, tired-out old fishing fleet that really was the mainstay of the community for many decades. In the summertime when I was a kid here, the summer people came in July and August, and at Labor Day the community sort of turned itself in for the winter, and we continued surviving and doing what we did, whether it was working on a farm or being in the trades or running a store or whatever.
I'm Kate Hamilton, and I'm the director of Nantucket Visitor Service. Tourism is our economy on Nantucket. I mean, I know sometimes people are on the fence about that, but the reality is it provides a lot of jobs for people, and it's a good thing. And with that, I think it's really important to try to stay gray and to remember, that's what we are, so let's do the best we can do at it.
Harriet Crivet.
Oh, Harriet, nice to meet you. Now, do you live here year-round?
I live here year-round with my husband, John.
Have you lived here for a while?
Well, we moved here to live here year-round in '93. I love Nantucket.
You do?
We've been coming here since 1951. I have, summers. And we had summer homes on Brant Point for all those years. I'm very concerned about what's happening on Nantucket, and I want to do in my way what I can do to preserve the best part of what we have here, to help support that in any way I can.
Right.
Well, the purpose of a charrette is sort of like an open public meeting where you can get representatives of the community together to share their thoughts on how they see the future growth and development of Nantucket as an island community.
I think it's a worthwhile process. I'm not too happy with the word charrette.
Tell us about that.
Well, a lot of people...
It's French, isn't it?
I don't even know what it means, but a lot of people around town are calling it charade.
Now, the next few years it's a cliche, but it's a window of opportunity. If we don't take it, we're in very serious trouble because we are being badly overbuilt. And the thing that really drives me wild is when people say growth is inevitable. It's not inevitable. You can curb it, certainly, much more than people want to think. Sometimes you think what they are saying is you can't stop progress, but what they're really saying is that they want to make that last $100,000 or $1 million. It's greed that is the driving force in an awful lot of people. And I feel that with the charrette's important, and I also feel it's important to elect people who believe as we do in a minimalism, I guess is the best word for it, and that have the courage to stand up for what they believe in and what we all want. And so that's why it's very important to get some questions on the ballot so that we can bring it out into the open. Because if people would only realize what they call progress really means that we're engaged in a life that we don't want anymore.
And the problem that one encounters here is the fact that there are so many regional problems on this little island, and everybody has so many varied opinions about what should be and what should not be. It's very difficult to bring consensus. But the point of the development of the steering committee was to provide a broad consensus of opinion from various groups and individuals across the island to try to get as much input as we possibly could.